Welcome to Built on Us. And in this episode, David and I are actually at a retreat center called Eloa. This is where we are scoping some things out to see what we might be doing
Literally
later.
scoping. If you can see where we are.
So
if you turn the camera just a little bit.
I will.
Okay. And then you'll see exactly we're like in a canopy. We're at the top of the trees. Literally.
It's
I'm
beautiful.
looking at the top of the trees right now.
And the first thing, though, that we want to discuss this episode is why Costa Rica? People ask, even here, people say, why did we choose Costa Rica? What made us want to? Had we explored other countries?
Well, this is home. It really does feel like home in terms of the environment, the people, the culture, the food, the animals. The animals, you will see some of the most beautiful species that you've ever seen.
David stopped on his way here.
There's two things that I just saw that a lot of people love to see in Costa Rica. Number one, a sloth. People are like, when can I see a sloth? And sometimes they're there, you just don't hear them or see them because they don't move. And then the toucan is another beautiful bird that people love to see. I just saw two. So I'm very, very fortunate this morning. Saw them first thing this morning.
Yes. And took pictures and filmed them before he made his way up here.
Yeah.
Good.
But physically, just naturally, when you're in this environment, you get a workout. You feel better. Shalece always says that she feels so much better.
I do.
When she's here, her skin.
Yes. And my hair. I'm a tropical people, y'all. I am not from Michigan originally. My genes, my DNA, we're just not set up like that. I need this humidity.
Yeah.
So the first...
go ahead.
If we can just rewind for just 1 second and go back to how we're going to set this up. David had a great suggestion. I just want to tell them what you said.
Oh, that we're going to follow pies today, which is, number one, physically, we want to talk about the physical aspects of Costa Rica, the intellectual aspects of Costa Rica, the emotional aspects of Costa Rica, and the spiritual aspect of Costa Rica.
And so
we're going to follow that format.
You want to go first with the P, and then I'll go with my P, and then...
Yeah, I'll just continue to talk about what the environment does. So physically, just overall, you have a natural environment. So for people who use lotion, guess what? You do not need lotion. You don't need oils.
I need lotion.
Well,
I'm a black lady. I'm going to put some lotion on.
You can put lotion
only
on.
from muscle memory. But David, he goes without it.
But it's literally going to just fall off your body. And your skin is so porous, it's so open. And so just naturally, I think you secrete more oils in your skin because of the humidity. And it keeps you moisturized. You don't dry out.
I do that.
You don't dry out in this climate.
If I don't have lotion on, I don't dry out. So fine.
So that's just one nice thing, I guess. But physically, if you are athletic, if you like to move and do a lot of different things, number one, you'll get your exercise just by moving throughout the day. You don't have to be very intentional, but you get up and it just seems like you walk more, you do more, you're not sedentary. So you might move to go get your coffee, walk to the local barista. You'll walk to get breakfast. You'll walk to the beach. The sun is up at 5 a.m. in the morning, so you might want to catch the sunrise and walk on the beach. If you have a significant other to go with, a spouse, your animal, pet, whatever, you're going to be up naturally. I think just early in the morning, if you do like to sleep in, you'll still probably be up a lot earlier because the sun is literally up at 5:30. The sun is up. And so it's just beautiful. And then I think your body just wants to get up and see the beauty. So physically, it forces you to just do more, and studies show here in Costa Rica that people have overall better health physically because of that. There is a blue zone here in Costa Rica in Nosara, Nicoya, in the Nicoya region. And if you haven't studied what a blue zone is, you can Google it real quick. But there's only so many in the world. There's like 7 to 8 blue zones.
Yeah.
And what we're talking about today ties in perfectly with the physical, the intellectual, the emotional, and the spiritual aspect of the benefits of being in Costa Rica.
For me, physically, I love being active. I'm not at home. I'm not as active as I am here. Naturally, it pushes me to be active because
you're just the opposite, actually. To be honest with you, you stay inside.
I do.
If it wasn't for your walks,
you're like going to Orange Theory, the gym.
You work indoors here. You work outdoors.
I work outside. I love it. I find a way to walk to the beach. I had a bike for 5 months. Remember, I didn't have a car when I first got here. Yeah, I had my banana bike. So I was either using my legs or using that banana bike to go everywhere. And my physique saw a difference without even trying.
And this is before, or I should say, this is after, biking is after you go to the beach.
The beach.
At 5 a.m.
Yeah, so I love my beach walks. Everyone that comes here with me, they do the beach walks first thing in the morning. My son, when David's here, we do the beach walks many times on the Caribbean side.
Or you might go do yoga.
Or I might go do yoga, but that's after the beach walk. Yeah, because that's around 8 a.m. Yeah, I'm there.
And then you mix it up with kickboxing too.
And I do.
Yeah,
but that's later in the day too, usually.
But right, so
physically though, we're still talking about physical. So yeah, you're right, babe.
But that's ties into your active day though.
So I love the physical aspect. It just fits in easily. And I'm a person that David talks about sedentary. I'm the sedentary person in terms of on a daily basis. When I'm in Detroit, it's different.
You're a monomaniac when you're in Detroit.
The groove is different.
You're like, gotta get this done. I can't see anything else.
I love it. It's enjoy. I do. I love it. So physically here, the reason why it was important to come is I'm naturally more active in this environment, in the climate. I walk, I talk to people, I stop. You see the dogs, you see the horses in the neighborhood.
You see the sloths. So we're on the Pacific side right now. The Caribbean side, it is hilly, but the area that we typically stay in is by the beach, so it's flat. But you can very quickly go into the mountains.
Yeah, you can go one block, I would say 2 city blocks to the beach and 1 city block to the apartment, 1 city block up to the hills.
Yeah. But here we are literally, like I said, in a canopy. We're in the treetops. So wherever you walk here on the Pacific side, you're going up, down, up, down, up, down. So
lots of bikers, right?
Yeah. Just walking, you get a different workout.
And we're just talking about us physically, but what we see here is lots of biking and walking, some jogging, but people come here to bike. We see droves of bikes. I met a guy not long ago. I was in the States and he has a nonprofit and he brings people over here in the nonprofit and they do long biking treks. I met him in Detroit, actually.
Which is a dream of mine to do that here. And I had the opportunity this year. I just didn't put it into the schedule.
But you are doing an adventure type of retreat for the DAC in February.
For the Detroit Athletic Club.
Yeah, he's doing
which is a very active retreat.
When I say he, I mean we, but he's the one that headed this particular
this retreat. Yeah,
this particular retreat.
Put this one together in terms of signing up and getting everything registered. But yeah, I'm actually doing one for the Detroit Athletic Club.
Oh yeah,
in February.
That should be nice. That's going to be so nice.
In March of next year.
So now we'll head into intellectual. Is it okay if I go first?
Well, just one more thing, just to wrap up the
physical.
Yeah, the physical. This is an enthusiast like dream. If you are just want to do surfing, if you want to go.
We're back at it. Nothing stops us.
So this is an enthusiast dream come true to be in Costa Rica if you like to be active. Surfing, zip lining, hiking, whitewater rafting, cycling. There's yoga and a plethora of other things that we haven't even explored. But and you get to do it all outside. You don't do any of this indoors. So, of course, you just enjoy the natural environment.
Everything is outside, even eating outside. Most kitchens are outside.
Bathroom is outside. Your shower is outside.
Shower is outside. Yeah. Not outside. Like you have
but
some.
It's not.
Half enclosed.
It's not enclosed.
Yeah.
You know, you have sometimes you literally have the shower.
Maybe wall.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just
so physical aspect.
Sounds different, but it's really nice. It's enjoyable.
Do you feel complete there?
Yeah. Yeah. So intellectually, I'll have you start.
Yeah. We'll talk about, intellectually, here I get stimulated because there's so many things that I didn't know, new things to explore, people to talk to, a language that I'm still in the process of learning. Intellectually, I feel stimulated all day long because if I'm not learning about the history, the culture, the Bribri or indigenous tribe, the trees, the flora, the fauna, the roads, how the army was disbanded, the year that the army was disbanded, and how that
Costa Rica does not have an army.
Yep. They don't have an army. Impressive. It was disbanded, and all the money that used to go into the military was put into education.
Education and social programs.
Imagine that.
And health insurance, overall health.
Were more educated.
Yeah.
So that's where the money went from the military. It went into education.
Yeah.
So intellectually, I am stimulated here. I love it. You meet people from all over the world, and they come here to a really small place. So you have the world and like a really tight area that you can you have access to. In their language, in their culture, in their history, in their perspective on Costa Rica.
Yeah, and it's interesting that the country is not very large, but the biodiversity and the diversity of the people is large. It's huge, and there's so much to enjoy. There's 10 climates here. So just from learning that in it by itself, the different species that are here, you can learn about that. It's just there's two oceans. There's the Pacific Ocean, which is where we are right now, and then there's the Caribbean Ocean, which I guess is technically that a sea ocean, but the Caribbean Sea, but still two large bodies of water, and it's just gorgeous. The volcano, the whitewater rapid, the waterfall. Man, there's a waterfall sometimes, like on not every corner, but in certain regions, there's just tons of waterfalls, and sometimes you just happen to find them. You're not even looking for them. And then lastly, the hot springs, which sometimes you'll see people just park, in La Fortuna, they'll park on the side of the road, and they literally just jump into the hot spring. And so family is very, very big here too. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for intellectually. Did we sum it up?
I think so.
Yeah.
What about emotionally? How do you feel?
Emotionally.
Passionate, as you can see.
Yeah. Emotionally, what it does for you, it puts you into a different mindset where you work, you play, you eat, you live, you sleep. Everything's all intertwined. You don't feel rushed. You feel relaxed. You might go to the beach, to the black sand beach on the Caribbean side, and literally just work there from one spot for 4 hours, and then you'll come into town and you might, do yoga and then work at the yoga shower. So it's just emotionally, your day is just different. It's not a 9 to 5. There's a lot of co-working spaces here. what's the word I'm looking for when you work?
Yeah.
So when you work,
co-working space. Yeah, definitely.
But there's a lot of people who've moved here to work, to live, to play, to eat, to raise a family, to really be, the full, to fully experience what it's like um, to actually live. It's kind of hard to explain if you haven't done it. So you could take 6 months off easily if you have that luxury to work here. You could very easily work here.
So emotionally, I'll go. When I'm in the state, a lot of times I'm not able to feel my feelings because I'm in a pattern. And in that pattern, I'm used to being very masculine and getting things done. I spend about 3 days here, and then I'm able to exhale and begin to feel my emotions. And I can tell even because I might cry a little more because I allow myself to identify and come up, and the emotions to actually come up with things that I feel from joy, not necessarily sadness, but much of the tears come from me being in joy.
I agree with that. At home, get it done and, suck it up. And even if you want to cry, you're like, I'm not going to cry because I've got to just keep going. So, I agree with that.
More so, I would say maybe less recently in the past couple years, definitely in the last 6 months of this year. But in the past few years, less, but emotionally, it allows you to connect with nature, to become one, to ground. Even if you don't have your shoes off, the sight that we're seeing right now in the trees
and the sound,
if you can hear that, it allows you to connect
to the toucan,
even without trying. Look at us getting distracted by a toucan. Oh, wow. Look, let's see if we can show you. I wonder if it can zoom over there. I see it, babe. I see exactly what you're talking about. But my camera, it's about to. So I see it, and it's just a little yellow.
We get excited to see a toucan and probably hear the indigenous, the ticos and the ticas, as they're affectionately called. Probably they don't get it as excited about toucans, but they do get excited about sloths. Everybody gets excited about it. A sloth.
And I think it's even for us. They're like, "Hey, look, a sloth." They're showing us that it's usually when the locals are doing that.
But to wrap that up, to put a bow on
emotionally, it just there's the ocean. You have the ocean. You have the trees, the biodiversity that David mentioned. The sounds around you, it immediately grounds.
The fresh water. We just went for a walk yesterday, and it was the ancient watering hole here on the resort that we walked to. And literally, I drank right from the watering hole.
David is adventurous in that way. I'm like, I'm good.
It's the same water that we bottle up and sell it at home.
Yeah,
it's natural spring water.
You know it. So that's the emotional aspect for me. I'm able to feel my feelings, and I can see David release when he's here, especially here for a while. The first couple of days, he's like, I got to get this email out. I need to get this email out. I need to. And then I watch the relaxation wash over him. So emotionally, I love being connected, the drumming, the music, just being connected to the land that's so close to nature and the food.
Spiritually, let's start with family, because spiritually, like here, today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. So it's a holiday, literally, for most Costa Ricans, meaning that everybody is either indulged in some form of spending time with family, not just cooking, but going to the beach. And when I mean family, I'm talking about community. I'm not talking about your immediate family, the community at large. You have to see it. How it's literally a holiday on every Sunday. So, but spiritually, what that does for you, it grounds me, I think, and it grounds everybody else. But what it does for the community is it says it's okay, to actually have this as a priority.
Put a Vita, man.
Put a Vita, yeah.
Pure life.
So that affects me spiritually. So it's not. So when I say spiritually, it's not like go to church. You're literally connected. That's what it means for me.
Yeah. That family, that connect.
The connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, spiritually, this place feels magical. The way that we got here, if you don't already know, is during COVID 2020, our passport, we couldn't go anywhere. American passports were not invited into certain countries.
Imagine that. And still to today, it's still not the number one passport in the world.
But it's powerful.
It's powerful, but
so spiritually, I needed to get out.
Because you were cooped up inside.
I was just stressed out and I burned out. Working so much.
Early on that year, that spring, no, it had to be summer during the pandemic. We planned, first we did all the trips up north in Michigan, and we did as much as we possibly could do without getting on a plane. Then you found out Dino.
And I had been talking to Dino, a friend of mine.
Yeah. Then we came in November.
Was it November?
It was November. We had only planned to stay 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
We rented a house.
When I made it to the land spiritually, I felt okay. But remember, you have so many veils to pull off once you get here and to settle into what this place is. So I was more exploring. I was like a tourist. When I went over to the Caribbean side, as I drove in, it happened to be dark. And we don't like driving or we didn't at the time like driving in the dark. We found out very quickly. And when you're new to Costa Rica, get to where you need to go before 4 p.m.
It doesn't matter, even when you're walking at night.
Get to where you need to go.
You don't have the northern lights here.
Before 4 p.m.
So it's just, it is dark.
When we first got here, took a lot for me to calm down. When I went over to the Caribbean side, I felt driving in, it was dark, but the music was going and there was street vendors on the corner and there was food and it smelled lovely and the people were dancing and talking and I saw so much activity. And I was like, what? I've been missing this. It was boring to me on the Uvita side. Mm-hmm. It was just relaxing. And I don't know that I was ready for that.
We weren't immersed into the culture. We weren't immersed. I mean, we did some activities, which we got a chance to see the land, but not so much how the people really lived.
Spiritually, something spoke to me. As soon as I was driving in, I was turning left and right, looking with my head, and I knew I had to go straight to get to my hotel. And that's what called me. I got up early in the morning. I went to the pool, the beach. It was right across from the hotel, same land. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And then I rode a bike into town that same day. There was a bike place, Ciclo Cocles. They're still there. Yes, several of them now because, business. No. And I drove in on my bike and I was like, wow, alone, didn't know anyone. I was in the middle and ready. Then I somehow got to Black Beach. I was told about Playa Negra, or I started living in the area. Yeah, the Black Sand Beach. And the silence, the grounding, the ocean waves. And I don't swim that well. It just felt good. And it was what my soul needed. It was what my spirit needed to be soothed. This land gave me everything I needed spiritually.
There's a high regard for everything that you do.
And sustainability. They love their land, they love their people, and they know that if it's going to continue to nourish them, the consciousness of the people, I feel, is higher than that of those where I live. I haven't experienced many different countries long term, but this is one of those that I feel being as close to the earth, the land, and caring about their people and their community and their surrounding is extremely important.
With modern amenities, I think that's the key, because you're not in the bush. You're not.
I feel like it. You can look at it from your beautiful cabin.
If you look at this here, we are in a tropical rainforest, and it's luxury living with the pure things without disturbing the environment. That's the reason why you see so many animals. You see the natural wildlife.
David talks about it all the time. The dogs own the road. The dogs and the cats. They're like laying in the middle of the road. Like,
they act differently.
You want me to move?
You're
coming down my road.
They're not afraid. They're not
aggressive.
They're not vicious. Nothing.
Just mutual respect. They took on the personality of the people.
Yeah. They model the environment.
So the last thing I want to do before I show you around is ask you, what about your pies? How do you feel physically, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually? You can add a socially onto that as well.
Well, there's a lot of P's. You can go you can go double P, you can
double P, double S,
I, double E.
So how do you feel? How do you feel with your relationship? Physically, intellectually, emotionally. How do you feel with where you are? You ask yourself that about anything.
And it's interesting that we didn't talk about financially, how do you feel? Because there's not an emphasis on making money here. It's social first, physical first,
taking care of yourself first,
emotional first. It's not money first. That's what I
agree.
Not money first.
Big time.
Everything else is more important than money.
Just take care of yourself, and then you can take care of the rest. Subscribe. Tell us what you thought about that. Put it in the comments. DM. Tell us what you think. What did you like? What do you want to know more of?
Pura vida.
Pura vida.